Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome back or welcome in if you are new. We are doing a whip and chat today. We're starting a new painting. I already did 2 squares on it this morning. Hopefully by the time this is up, I was able to get a halfway decent thumbnail picture so you can tell what picture we are doing. We are doing a woman of color, a beautiful lady of color with long black hair, and I think there's roses in the picture, and she's wearing a red outfit. She's dressed to the nines. So it's a Temu painting, I believe. Where is it? It's a 50 by 50. And what can I say so far about working on this? Hold on one second. Let me plug in my light. So far for Temu painting, it's so-so. The drill field is not very clear. It's not crisp and clear. Some of the letters are pretty blurry. Some of the letters and numbers are in the same colors and color background as each other. And because they are smudgy, I can't tell if something is an 8 or a 5, or if it's a G or a C. Some of them are easy to tell and some of them aren't. So a lot of it is a guessing game. And I got to assume like, oh, this is a bunch of G's over here. I assume over here is G's. Yeah, it's a lot of a guessing game at this point because yeah, it's just not a very clear drill field. It's not like I haven't encountered this problem before, because I have. I had a Temu painting once before that was the same damn issue, and I ended up throwing it out because it was just a real pain. It was more of a hassle than it was an enjoyment to do it. So I'm working on the face first. That's just like my new thing to do, is work on faces first, especially if they're from Temu or budget friendly, because you know that's my motto. If the face is busted, the rest of your canvas is going to be busted. What's the point of looking at the canvas, the rest of the canvas, if the main focus, which is her face, looks like crap? So I'm doing the face first. So far I've done her lips and her jaw and some of her cheek. It looks not too bad. The highlight is so-so. It's not terrible. I've seen worse highlights. So yeah, we're just going to continue on this process. We only have 2 more sections to go of the face technically. Her left eye and her right eye. Right now we're going to be working on her right eye. This is upside down. And I switched up my putty for today. I'm using Barbie Dot Dot Putty by Butterfly Effect Wares. It's pink. Smells delicious. Smells kind of fruity. It's wonderful. I'm just reloading my pen. And I'm using a new pen. I'm not using my normal pen. I actually probably should use my normal pen for the video because this one is kind of noisy every time I flip it upside down. Can you hear that? The person who made this pen put little beads in it, and every time I flip the pen to one side or the other, the beads go. It's a cute pen. It's just, you know, it's kind of noisy. So let me raise you up a little bit. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing well. I am on my vacation from work, my paid time off. Thank the Lord, because I haven't had a paid vacation since last year, since I think last July or August. So I haven't had a like, you know, nice week-long break since then. So it's nice to have a break for a change. I'm off for about 8 or 9 days, I think. My boss wrote me in for longer than what I had requested, which is whatever, I guess. I don't have much to say about it, but I only technically took 5 days, and I've been having more than that off. So, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm happy. At least I'm not at work, and I can enjoy my week crocheting and doing whatever I'd like to do. There's a lot of 310 in this canvas. A lot of 310. So let's see. And the 3s are very hard to see, even though it's in the black area, so you would have to put 2 and 2 together, like, oh, that's 310 right there. But other than that, the 3s are kind of smudged, and they're kind of difficult to read. So what has been going on, Adrienne? What has been going on? Nothing much has been going on. Trying to get Julio all his tests done, you know, so he can finally have his heart surgery. So he can finally have his brain tumor surgery. He has to have the heart surgery first before he has the brain tumor done. So it's a whole process, and they're doing a lot of testing right now, the heart surgeon. And before they go through with the heart surgery. So it's a lot. And hopefully, like, they get their asses in gear and do what they need to do, because he's like, it's being prolonged, being sick all the time. He doesn't feel good. He's always weak. He's always nauseous. He's tired. He's more tired than he normally is. So he's just not well. So, you know, and the doctor said when he has this surgery, it should alleviate a lot of the symptoms he's going through. So, you know, we're trying to get the surgery done already. And plus, we also have our vacation coming up in October, and so if he doesn't have the surgery, any of the surgeries, at least the heart surgery, if he doesn't have this heart surgery and get better from that, we may have to cancel Disney World, and I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy thinking about that. Because I've been waiting all year to go to Disney and go to the new park that they opened up in Universal and this and that, and having a vacation with Julio because we haven't had one. And so Yeah, I don't know. It'll be pretty devastating. We have to cancel. Also, another reason why I might have to cancel the trip, because if I end up getting a new job with the county, like I hoped I would, I have to do a straight 90 days, you know, with no call outs and no issues and on my best behavior and this and that. I have to do 90, you know, it's like a 90-day probationary period before, you know, I'm in there like swimwear. So they may not be happy that I have a vacation planned when I just started working for them. So who knows? I may have to cancel my trip, which that would also kind of tick me off. I don't know. We went to the movies yesterday. We saw the new Jurassic Park movie that came out. It was really good. There was a super cute little dinosaur, little plant eater dinosaur that was in there. Super, super adorable. That this little girl in the movie found. Oh, I was beside myself. It was so stinking cute. And really, if I was smart while I'm on vacation, speaking of being on vacation, I'd really take advantage of the fact that I'm home doing practically nothing. And I should probably try to set up my Etsy shop and start selling my stuff. That would be, you know, something I need to do. I want to get the blankets sold. I have like 2 or 3 totes full of crochet blankets I need to sell. I have a couple handfuls of plushies that could be sold. So yeah, I really need to get my butt into gear and set up my Etsy shop. At least to get the blankets up and running. At least. I have to go through a lot of my plushies that I made and see which ones are sellable. Probably all the sea turtles I made are sellable. But I'm very attached to the sea turtles, and they're all different in their own way, and I'm finding it difficult with the idea of letting them go. I really am. I really don't want to let the sea turtles go. They're cute. Not like I can't make more for myself, but still. I'm probably going to have to let them go because I have a lot laying around, and I'm probably just going to have to let them go. Oh, wow. This is the confetti on this canvas. It's about half and half. On major areas like skin, there's small areas of color blocking. And on areas of like maybe the eye where there's different tones, there's more confetti. So it's about 50-50 at this point. It didn't look that bad when I picked up the canvas from the basement. But now that I'm working on it, I'm like, ooh. I still need to finish Space Buns You guys remember that canvas? I need to finish Space Buns. She's just sitting there rotting away. I want to finish that canvas because I want to hang it up. It's really cute. But that canvas is just insanely confetti heavy. And it just makes me not want to work on it at all. Oh, so I joined in a crochet along. I normally don't really join in on these little group things anymore, but I'm still crocheting pretty heavy. A lot of percentage of my time I'm crocheting. And they're doing this, this company is doing a Halloween blanket, and it's really, really adorable. It's really, really nice. And I want to be able to accomplish making it because it's a little bit out of my league, but I think I might be able to accomplish making it. It's a 6-week project. And then there's another YouTuber, another creator here on YouTube that's also doing a Halloween crochet along blanket. I think I'm going to join in on hers. She starts hers today. So I think I'm going to join in on her blanket also. Yeah. Should be fun. I just completed another blanket. It's like black and gray. It's variegated, which means it's different colors all in one yarn. So it's pretty nice. I am on the fence if I'm going to be selling that one because it's made with a yarn from Joann's that they do not, nobody makes that yarn anymore. So kind of my feelings on it is, you know, once the blanket is gone, then I don't have memento of that yarn anymore. And it's black and it kind of matches my room. My room is like black, pink, and white. So it kind of matches my room, so I kind of sort of want to keep it. See what I'm telling you guys? I have a hard time parting with things that I crochet. I just want to keep them all, but I can't possibly keep everything that I make. That's just impossible. At this point, I'm just guessing if this is the number that I am working on, because the stuff is so blurry. It looks close enough to what the number is, so I am just throwing down drills. And I'm also working upside down, which doesn't make it any easier. Is that a B or a 5? It's gonna be a 5. So have you guys gone to the beach? What has anybody done on their vacation? Or, you know, summertime. What have you been doing with your summer so far? I've been doing only working. It's the only thing I've been doing is working and staying at home. My little critter is up, and he has this little habit of playing with my feet and my legs. Just waiting for my grandmother to get home at this point. I'm just taking up some time. She went to physical therapy because if you guys remember, she had her knee replacement done in May. So she's still doing physical therapy. She needs to because she can't stretch it all the way straight like she's supposed to. So they suggest that she continues physical therapy for now, at least until, you know, she can stretch her knee out, her leg out the way she's supposed to. I don't think there's any 7s. 8. They do have red. If you are curious, there is red in this Lady of Color. Brownish reds, but it's still considered a red. Here we go. Red. And yes, this is going on her face. You know how I feel about that too. I don't know why they insist on putting red on a black person's face. I know it's only little sporadic dots, but then why waste our time, you know, putting these random red dots in? You could have picked a brown color to confetti in if you really wanted to. I would like to try to finish this canvas before my week is up. I'm going to put a deadline on this one because I don't want this one sitting in my stash for months. I really don't. I really don't want this to be a 3-month-long whip. I just really don't. Not, you know, not like cherries. I don't want another cherries situation. So I'm going to set a deadline, you know, 5 to 7 days. She's got to be done. It'd be great if I can get it done in maybe 3 or 4 days, but I'd have to be working on it the majority of the day, every day, and I have other projects that I am working on, so I can't work on this all day, every day. Could if I wanted to, but I would get sick of sitting here. There's so much red. There's so much red. I don't know what that letter is. It doesn't look like red would belong there, so I'm not going to put it there. So, what diamond paintings are you guys working on? Sorry for the tapping. That's how I empty out my thing. What diamond paintings are you guys working on? Anything good? Any diamond art clubs? Are you working on budget friendlies? Are you doing a paint with friends? Are you participating in any paint with friends here on YouTube or wherever? I'm not participating in any of that. I know there's probably a bunch of them going on. I really just don't participate in them, because then I feel obligated to do something that maybe I don't feel like working on. Or I'm just not in the mood. See, now that I'm working on her, I really wish I worked on the other canvas that I originally picked out to work on. It was all color blocking. Why I didn't just pick that one? Because this one I'm working on, I found the drills for her first. So I said, I guess this is the one I'm working on, because my drills are not, they're separated from the canvas, and by no means are they in any organized order. So trying to look for drills that match the canvas that I want to work on is a real pain. They're just all kind of thrown into organizing plastic drawers, but they're not organized. And normally I'm a little bit more organized than that, but in this case with the diamond paintings, I'm really not. I know so many of you are, though. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was a little bit more organized with my diamond paintings too, but I'm not. I'm very organized with my yarn. My yarn has a place everywhere. There's somewhere for everywhere for my yarn. Let's see. I feel like I have to reload this pen pretty often. I don't know if it's because it's a new pen that I'm using, or maybe just because I'm a tad bit heavy-handed. But I have to keep reloading. Okay, I think we're done with that color. I'm really curious to see how her face is going to turn out. The eyes will tell us everything. Oh, we finally got a brown. Load my pen again. I wanted to go to the beach during my vacation, but I think Julio has work. I don't know what's going to go on with his job, because now they're asking for a note from his surgeon whether he can work or not, and that it's okay that he leave work if he's feeling lousy. His job is very odd. They ask for things and documentation on things that I think normal jobs don't bother asking for, and it's a real pain. I was going through some of my putties the other day. My Randa's Crafty Corner putties. I have a whole drawer full of them, and I was trying to pick out one to use, And every time I went in to smell one, especially ones that are unused, they don't seem to have scent to them anymore. They don't have any smell to them. They smell like rubber. She really lightly scents her stuff. And God forbid you don't want to use your putty right away when it comes in and it sits for a couple weeks to a month or so. I'm noticing that it loses its scent very, very quickly. I'm going to tell you right now, I like my putties to be very heavily scented. You guys know that already. And there's just one thing I just can't stand is working with a putty that is unscented. Especially if I paid for it to be scented. So, and now I have a bunch of her putty, which are good putties. The putty works really great, but they have no damn smell to them. And some owners would like to make the argument with me, oh, well, we just lightly scented it, so it's still scented. It's not that it's not scented. No, I can't smell anything but putty smell, rubber smell. Which means you either went too light or your technique of making scented putty just really sucks, because there is no smell. And it shouldn't be, the smell shouldn't be disintegrating so damn quickly. Okay, now we're gonna, this is some of her highlight. This is the color they're using for highlight. Well, one of the colors. They have another color that gets blended in for highlight. So we're gonna see what her cheek looks like. Why am I single placing this? This was a whole color blocked area. Okay, this is another highlight color. So I'm working on this really cute crochet doll. It's a Medusa. You know, Medusa with the snakes in her head. It's really cute in the pattern book I bought. I started working on her last night, but I got a little tired, so I kind of just stopped for now, but I want to finish it today. So at some point I may not do her other eye. I may take a break and go work on some crochet for a little bit, because I've been sitting in this chair since 6 o'clock in the morning, quite frankly. You see what I'm talking about? This pen, can you, I don't know if you guys can ever honestly hear it. Okay. That's the bright part of the highlight. 15G we're going to do right here in here. It's the next color. Take a sip of coffee. Ooh, we got a brown. Brown color. Okay. I wanted to make a stop at Ollie's this week. I'm in search of yarn. Sometimes they have yarn, sometimes they don't. But sometimes the yarn that they have is just, it's no good. So I went there a couple weeks ago. Actually, I went there on 4th of July. I went there on 4th of July with Julio and the baby. Don't ask me why I'm still calling a 6-year-old a baby. He whines like a baby. He certainly does. He's a pain in the ass, too. But yeah. We went to Ollie's and I went searching for some yarn and they didn't have any. They had some, but they had like the loopy yarn, and I know this is a diamond painting video, so you probably don't know what loopy yarn is, but they make yarn that already has these pre-made loops in it, and you use that to hand crochet. You don't use a tool to crochet that type of yarn. You use your fingers. It's pretty cool. I have not tried it yet, but I've seen some people make some really cute blankets out of the stuff. I want to try it, but like, how many more crafts am I going to pick up? I don't know. I also want to buy some Decoden foam. If you don't know what Decoden foam is, it looks like frosting or whipped cream. Looks like icing. And you decorate phone cases. You make kawaii phone cases out of it. I used to make them. I have a couple videos on my channel making phone cases if you're ever interested in checking one out. They're pretty cool. It's called Decoden phone cases. Okay. Is that it for G? I don't think that's it for G, no. Let's see. It is just so difficult to see these letters. I am borderline guesstimating some of them. Oh! You want to guys hear something exciting? My plants are doing well in my garden. I'm growing watermelon, sugar baby watermelons. They're very small watermelons. And I am growing. I have two that are growing right now. One is kind of hasn't budged too much. And then the other one is doing quite well. It is getting pretty big. I'm like super excited about it to grow like my own watermelon. I hope it tastes good. Like when it's done growing, I really hope it tastes good. It's not bland. Never grown me and my grandmother have never grown any melons, any cantaloupes, any watermelons. We usually just grow tomatoes and like peppers and stuff, but we're doing another brown. It's kind of beigey brown. This is part of the highlight on her cheek. Julio's birthday is this week. It's on the 30th. Yep, he's going to be 40, the big 4-0. I don't think he's too excited about it, but yeah, he's going to be 40 and I'm right behind him. I'm 39, so in February I'll be having my 40th. It's crazy. It's really, I wouldn't say scary to think about, but it's definitely nuts. I felt like I spent forever in my 30s, and I spent you know, quite a bit of time in my 20s. My 20s kind of breezed by. You know, I was wrapped up in addiction and stuff, so my 20s are a little bit of a blur, but but I have to say though, my 30s feel like I was in my 30s for quite a bit of time. So it's weird to think that it's going to be all over soon. Well, for me, I have to wait to February, but it's so weird. It's just so entirely weird. $17J. Now here's an odd color. It's not quite brown, it's not quite pink, and it's not quite red. It's a little bit of everything. It's very odd color, and yet it's like a rose color, like a pinky mauvey rose. And I don't know why they have it on her cheek. Maybe it's supposed to be blush, like a flushed cheek. But I'm just, you know, time will tell when we finish this side of the face. But for now, I'm kind of curious on why they have this color on her face. I'm trying to figure out what type of project I want to bring on the airplane ride when we go to Disney. When and if, of course. I think I'm going to do a little small crochet project, like a little amigurumi project. A little 1 or 2 hour stuffed animal make. I think that would be fine. Bring a little bit of stuffing. I could bring my crochet supplies. I heard that I shouldn't have a problem as long as they're not insanely sharp scissors, and they're like little scissors. I can bring them. on the plane. I don't think it should be an issue. $18K. This is more, this is a dark chocolate brown, borderline black. If you're curious on what color, what number, DMC code, whatever it is, it's 3371. Looks black, but it's actually a very, very dark brown. I don't know why they just didn't make it all black. They should have just made it, instead of putting a dark brown next to a black, they should have just chose it either dark brown everywhere or just do 310 everywhere on all the dark areas. Trust me, I don't think it would have made a difference. You know, I don't think it would have switched the look of the picture up at all. Her eyes are very dark. Very, very dark. Okay, okay. I'm hoping and praying this eye comes out decent. Because it might be in the trash for her if it doesn't. And trust me, you guys, you know me better than that. I will not hesitate to throw a diamond painting in the trash. If it's just not doing what I need it to do, it'll go in the trash. I remember I did that one painting that I posted the video on it. That double-sided adhesive mess. That tattooed girl I had hopes for. Oh, she was coming out so busted. I did, I think, 95% of the damn painting. That's what upset me more. I did so much of the painting. It was almost finished. It was literally almost finished. I don't know why I continued to work on it. I should have known better. Really? Well, needless to say, it went in the trash. And so did all the other of the collections that I bought that were double-sided adhesive. They went all in the trash too. I'm yet to throw the drills away. I have to get all the drills together because they were separated. And they're in the basement taking up space. So I should really just throw them out because the canvases have been thrown out. So, let's talk about how my weight loss is going. I gained a couple pounds. I was at 168, now I'm back up to 170. Not happy. So I don't think the dosage on my shot is working as well anymore, the low dose. So this week I'm going to be upping the dose. I should have upped it a long time ago, but I was doing so well on the low dose. But now I don't think the low dose is being as effective anymore. So I'm going to be upping my dose another 10 units this Tuesday. So hopefully, because I already get some side effects from the shot after taking the shot. So hopefully the side effects aren't horribly terrible by adding another hit to it. Hopefully not. Because right now, the side effects that I get from the GLP-1 shot, the semaglutide, whatever you want to call it, the weight loss shot, I get a little bit of nausea from time to time. I haven't had nausea in a long time. I also get gassing and bloating, like gas and bloating in my stomach. And I think that's about it. I really don't. I mean, there's some constipation involved, but I've been dealing with that. Okay, this is going to be the rest of the highlight on her face. This is the third highlight color. It's peach. This is technically a white person color. But they made it a highlight color. I hope by laying down these drills, I'm not going to regret it. I'm going to have to pluck every single one off. I'm really hoping not. Because I had to do that for a forehead highlight. If you guys remember that canvas, that woman of color, I had to pluck all her drills off and put different color to lay down because it was just, it looked ridiculous. So I'm hoping that won't be the case this time. Hopefully it is doable enough where I don't have to pluck any colors off and redo color work myself, because I really don't want to do all that. Having to pluck drills off a canvas is a real pain. Yikes. It's pretty light. I mean, it's supposed to be, it's technically a highlight. It's where the light is hitting. But you mean to tell me they couldn't just use a lighter brown? That's the stuff that always gets me. Alright, we're gonna have to backtrack because we're on the last number. We went through it. There's 21 colors and we're already on number 21. We started at 1 and now we're on 21. So now that I'm looking around, whatever's left, I have to backtrack and redo all over again. I didn't do the first time. I missed quite a bit. You know what I'm craving? You know what I really want? I shouldn't be eating anything like... I want a frozen apple cider with vanilla soft serve ice cream from the apple orchard that I go to every October. I normally don't get it until October, but I really wish I can drive out there and go get one. I just really want one, really bad. I wouldn't be able to finish a small, but I still really want one. Let's see here. Okay, so we missed some ones. It's either we missed them or we skipped them, because there is some numbers, if I don't see it off the back, I just skip it. Looks like I might have skipped it. I know I skipped number 2, but apparently there's 2s. And this is a pink color. So I'm wondering if this is supposed to be blush or eyeshadow. This can't be no damn highlight. With some 3s. I think we missed a little bit of everything here. Is that a 3? I don't know if that's a 3 or a 5. We're gonna make it a 5. I think 3 would be too dark right there. Right over here. I know there's dark over here. For some reason, I don't think it's 310 that I'm looking at. Missed some 4s. Fives. We definitely missed some 5s. I was going to do a kit up in chat when I did this, but I kitted this up so quick. It only had 21 colors. So I decided not to record it at all. I think these are all 5s back here. Well, if it looks funny, then we know it's probably 310. I'm going to be stuck plucking color off. I'm trying to finish this before my grandmother gets home, because we're going food shopping when she gets home. And I don't want to leave this square done, because I have a feeling I'm not going to come back to it. Or I won't come back to it until much later in the day. And I just want the square to be finished. 8, 9, 9 is A. We have A's here. Not that many. Ten. C. I missed a bunch of these. I'm looking at that highlight. Ooh, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I just don't know. I went to the public library the other day. I got my library card again because I had lost it so long ago. But I got a new library card, and I was able to check out some crochet books, which is pretty cool. They had a little bit of a selection, more knitting than crocheting, but They had a lot of knitting books. I just did the wrong color, you guys. I did the wrong color in the wrong spot. But they're all brown, so what difference would it make? Right? 12D. Hopefully it doesn't make a difference. We got a lot of G's in here. 15G. Yeah, we got a lot of G's missing. I don't know how I missed them all. There was a bunch of them before. I don't know how I missed them all. Let me reload my pen. We're almost done with this. Almost done, almost done. I know, towards the end, guys, I have less and less to say. I'm gonna make that. That was another color, but they made it brown. Okay. Now we have to backtrack again down to the numbers. For 8. Number 6. I think these are all 6s. I don't know why they're throwing gray in here either. It's so odd. I can't tell what that number is. Looks like a 7. And we are done. If I could just get this to stick. Yep. And we're done. We're done, we're done, we're done. Okay. I missed 2 at the bottom. 18. Let me just fill those in. We're going to turn off the light, the little background light. I'm going to flip her around. Let's take a look what we got so far. Let me stand up. Not horrible. I don't like this pink around here, so more than right here. This looks odd. This might not look too bad far away, but this pink, there's that pink again. That pink and all in here has got to go. So I will save that for absolute last. Her highlight, I think I'm going to leave, because you know what, from a distance it's not going to look absolutely terrible unless I decide to pluck it off and make it a different type of brown. Like this color right here, this beige. But I'm going to leave it for last because I want to make sure I have enough drills for everything else first. Yeah, that pink right there, right here, and right around here. Looks very odd. It's bound to happen, you guys. It's bound to happen. Oh well. So that's it for today. I'm sorry if I ran out of things to talk about eventually. My bad. Next time I'll come with some questions or something, some topics. But anyways, so let's just get into signing off. If you are new here, thank you for joining me today. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified of any new content I upload. If you are returning, thank you for returning and joining me in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed your time here today. I'm sorry I didn't have more to talk about. I thought I had a lot more to talk about when I hit the record button, but apparently I didn't. But oh well. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.